Hi Steady Pacers. Today we have an exciting workout session planned for you that focuses on harnessing the power of neuroplasticity so you can challenge your brain and muscles simultaneously. There are 3 steady pace exercises that we have lined up for you in today's video. Some exercises may be really challenging for you to do, but that's why we are performing them. If you cannot do something, then we truly need to be focusing and working on stimulating that connection from your brain to that particular area. And that's exactly what these steady pace exercises are going to do for you today. But before we start, I have an exciting announcement for you. We've decided to extend our Black Friday 30 off coupon code for an additional week. You heard me correct. That means that you can go to www.msworkouts.com before Sunday and use the coupon code 30 off, and you're literally gonna get 30% off any plan to our Steady Pace membership club. And for those of you who do not know, the Steady Pace membership club is our exclusive online streaming service that distills the Steady Pace technique in a way that is personalized to your particular symptom, like foot drop, weak grip, hip flexors, and so much more. We also have live events almost every single day for our members, and our members also have lots of opportunities to connect with us so that we can make sure that you are executing your exercise with proper form and tempo, which makes all the difference in you developing your results. And if you use this coupon code for 30 off, you're literally gonna get 30% off any of the membership plans to the club. But you have to do it before Sunday when the promotional offer ends. Let's execute the Dynamic Steady Pace Hip Flexor set. We're going to use a band or a shirt, towel, something to assist you to that starting position, and you're going to utilize it if you need so during the exercise set. We're going to go to the starting position after taking a seat in a chair, scooting forward, sliding the band underneath your leg up into the crease. You're going to assist yourself to full flexion of the hip. You're then going to start to give the weight of the femur or leg back to the hip flexor. If you can hold the weight of the leg without using any assistance, do so. If you need to use a little bit of assistance, that's what the band or the towel is for. Meet your body where it's at. Initiate movement down for 7. Clock is on. The ideal tempo is 7 seconds each direction. The key here, though, is to keep continuous and uninterrupted loading. So at the bottom, just before we reach the ground, we're going to pause without disengaging, and without momentum, head back up slowly. We're isolating the hip flexor, moving through a full range of motion, taking what your body allows you to take. Pause at top, heading down. Muscle failure is the goal. We're exercising here, meaning we're trying to send a progressively overloaded signal with enough intensity prompt change. Heading back up for 6. 5, going past that 30-second mark as you come to the top, breathing freely, squeeze, and then heading back down. Next effort takes us past 45 seconds. This is gonna help you lift that leg higher, going up steps, lifting your leg through your gait, all for a very deliberate purpose. Shaking, rattling, rolling is perfectly natural. That's the challenge. Pause at top, heading down. We're going past 60 seconds for the next effort and getting ready to head into the exhaust range, which is the final 30 seconds of the exercise. And you should reach muscle failure. When you get to the point where you can no longer continue to move slowly, you get to that point, continue with your best effort as if your leg was moving for a good 2 to 3 seconds, then slowly ease out knowing you successfully did it, and then just jump in, continue on for the remainder with your best effort. All right, we're in the exhaust range. This one's taking us past the 115 mark. Just your best effort. Muscle failure is the goal. Notice I'm starting to see a shake, a rattle, a roll. All right, final effort. This one here is gonna take us past the 1:30 mark. So this is our last opportunity to reach muscle failure. Exaggerate your pace, let the muscle work, take what you can. It is still moving, my form's starting to deteriorate, but I'm still moving. I'm gonna keep giving my best effort, and completed. Slowly starting to lower. Notice I said, and completed. And I didn't say success, because I didn't reach muscle failure. You guessed it, it's time to record your outcome now. First thing we're going to do in the first column is put the exercise, hip flexion dynamic technique set. The resistance is body weight in this category. Time, I reached 1:30. If you successfully reach muscle failure, you're gonna write down the time at which you reached failure. That is success. In the outcome, you're going to write, you do not need to increase the difficulty, or okay. If you completed it like I did and it says 1:30, then you need to indicate that you need to increase the difficulty next time by adding resistance to the end of that femur so you're progressively challenging the body and successfully reaching muscle failure. And if you'd like to know how to add resistance to make this more difficult and continue to have the progression that's needed to make it exercise, Click on this link and I'll show you there. And for those of you who might be new to our channel, the MS Workouts Membership Club is our exclusive streaming service that details our steady pace technique in a way that is tailored to your specific needs, like foot drop, hip flexors, mobility, and much, much more. So just go to www.msworkouts.com to sign up and learn more about it. Again, don't forget that 30 off coupon code ends this Monday at midnight. So don't miss out on the opportunity to join our Steady Pace Club with the biggest savings of the year, and keep it. We're going to now execute that second exercise that's going to help you walk up those stairs better and ultimately strengthen these hip flexors. It's going to be an isometric or metabolic hip flexion. You're going to take a resistance band, shirt, or towel. We're going to slide it underneath the leg after you've taken a seat in a chair, and we're going to statically hold this. So what we're going to do, what that means is you're going to lift as high as we can. You're going to slowly start to give the weight of the leg back to the hip flexor, very similar to that dynamic step clock is on, and you're just going to hold it in place. If you can hold that leg up with the hip flexor without the band or the shirt, even if it's a challenge, if you can hold it, do not use any assistance. If you're not able to hold it in that fully flexed position, then use just as much assistance as you need to keep it in that spot. The goal here, when we're targeting this hip flexor in this isometric set, is to reach muscle failure. We're getting ready to go past that 30-second mark here. Muscle failure on this exercise is simply when you can no longer hold the leg in this fully contracted position. So when you start to lose the ability to stay at this exact position, notate the time that's on the clock that you have started, okay? We're going past the 45-second mark. Remind yourself, because the discomfort is climbing right now, it's heightening, that this is going to strengthen your hip flexor, allow you to walk up and down stairs more effectively, get in and out of the car more effectively, lift that leg. When you reach muscle failure, successfully lower the leg, notate the time, and then just jump back in with your best effort. We're in the exhaust range, past that 30-second mark. Now I'm slowly starting to lose the ability to stay at the top. I know it, I'm starting to lose 1:10 or 1:10 rather. I said 1:10, 1:10, shake it out. I'm notating the time. Success, I did it. I'm back to the starting position. I'm gonna give my best effort the remainder of these about 10 seconds, notating in my brain, 1:10, because I need to record it afterwards because we're being measured like a scientist, right? Breathing freely, calming the mind. 2 more seconds. Whoo, gonna have to disengage again, and 1. Success! I did it. I reached muscle failure at the 1:10 mark. Okay, it's time for one of the most important aspects of your exercise, to measure the outcome. First column, exercise. This is a hip flexion, metabolic, or isometric set. The resistance we used was my body weight. If you used a resistance, then record the resistance there. Time. I successfully reached muscle failure. I did it, right? At the 1:10 mark. I'm gonna write 1:10 right here, because then I know next time I come to this exercise that my goal with body weight is to beat that 1:10 mark with proper form, obviously, okay? I'm going to write okay, because I don't need to increase the difficulty. If you completed the entirety of the set, then you need to write a plus there and indicate that you need to increase the difficulty next time. If you used very heavily that assistance with the band or the towel and you completed it, next time make a notation to yourself to use less of that band, to challenge the hip flexor greater, because ultimately that's what's going to allow you to see the best results. Execute these exercises on both sides. Don't just target the side that you're weak at right now. Make sure you're giving yourself at least 48 hours between. Depends on your recovery ability and time. And during the time between your exercise sessions, utilize active rest recovery. If you don't know what active rest recovery is, click the link that I'm providing below. It's going to give you an active rest modality so that you can execute it and get the most out of the exercise process. If you have questions, let us know. Understand and realize that when you apply this science-based technique in these exercises at a high intensity, followed by the recovery, you will see a difference and an increase in strength in your hip flexor, and therefore improved function when it comes to going up and down stairs, getting out of cars, and that is why we exist on this channel, for you and your strength. Let's execute the armchair push-up, a great upper body compound mover that when you strengthen in this position is going to help you reduce your fatigue, which is why we are here, right? So you're gonna follow me to the starting position. I'll have a clock. We are going to look to reach muscle failure between 60 to 90 seconds. Give your very best effort. When you cannot continue with continuous uninterrupted loading of the muscle, staying engaged, notate the time because you're gonna record it afterwards, and then just jump back in and continue to give your best effort. All right, let's do this. Going to the starting position, hands are going to be on the chair's arms. If you don't have arms for your chair, you're going to take your hands down to the outside of the seat itself. But I do recommend you finding a chair with arms because it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to execute. Starting position, follow me all the way up, pressing through heels of the hands, shoulders are dropped, slight bend in the elbows, clock is on. We're executing the isometric set. You have a slight bend in the elbows. Notice my shoulders are depressed, they're down, right? My shoulders are not shrugged into my ears. Shoulders are down the entire time. Keeping a slight bend in the elbows, but making sure the elbows are over the heel of the hand. You should be pushing to the heel of the hand. That allows the radius and ulna, the bones in the arm, to line up over that wrist, elbow over the top, and it makes it safer on your wrists. If you feel any discomfort into your wrists, you should adjust. You should not feel discomfort in your wrist. You can always add cushion underneath your hands if you need to as well. This is targeting the tricep, the back of the arm, the anterior deltoid, the front of the shoulder, and the pectoralis major minor, a little bit of your abdominals indirectly. Notice my rear end is not on the chair. It is up off of the chair. When I can no longer hold myself in this position, I'm going to notate the time, jump back in, continue to give my best effort. Remember, muscle failure is the goal. That's simply when you can no longer continue. But this exercise set, you should focus on continuous and uninterrupted time and attention the entire time, actively engaging. All right, we're in what we call the exhaust range, the final 30 seconds. And if all this talk about recovery, results, intensity, and science-based strength training has piqued your interest, then make sure you go to www.msworkouts.com, where we offer a premium subscription-based streaming service that lays out our science-based steady pace technique in a way that is tailored to your specific symptoms, like foot drop, hip flexors, weak grip, and much more. We're getting ready to pass that 113 mark. You should feel a deep burn, shake is natural. If you've reached muscle failure already, congratulations. If not, continue with your best effort. Think about trying to adduct the hands, squeeze handles towards the body. That allows you to engage at a higher level. No more than 5 seconds, 4 to reach failure, 3, 2, and completed. I completed the set. Recording your results, an essential aspect of the exercise process. You're going to write the exercise in the column that we have exercise, the time that you reached muscle failure successfully. When you could no longer continue with proper form and had to relax the muscle, that's the time you notate, you write here. If you completed the exercise, I did in that exercise, you're going to write 130 here. Under band color, that's the resistance that you used. You're going to write BW for body weight. If you used a band, you would appropriately use that weight or that resistance in that area. Outcome, you're either going to circle a plus, the okay, or the minus. If you reached muscle failure successfully, way to go, circle okay. It means next time you use the same resistance. If you completed the exercise, not a bad thing because you're getting stronger, but you need to make sure you're reaching muscle failure. You want the intensity high. Don't leave anything to chance in this process. If you completed, circle the plus because it's time to increase the difficulty next time. We've decided to extend our Black Friday 30 off coupon code for an additional week. You heard me correct. That means that you can go to www.msworkouts.com before Sunday and use the coupon code 30 off, and you're literally going to get 30% off any plan to our Steady Pace membership club. And for those of you who do not know, the Steady Pace membership club is our exclusive online streaming service that distills the Steady Pace technique in a way that is personalized to your particular symptom, like foot drop, weak grip, hip flexors, and so much more. We also have live events almost every single day for our members, and our members also have lots of opportunities to connect with us so that we can make sure that you are executing your exercise with proper form and tempo, which makes all the difference in you developing your results. And if you use this coupon code for 30 off, you're literally going to get 30% off any of the membership plans to the club. But you have to do it before Sunday when the promotional offer ends. Our YouTube channel is a great place to start gaining strength. But if you want to get serious about reducing your symptoms and getting results, then you need to be on a weekly structured strength training program with other individuals just like you. And that's exactly what we offer at MS Workouts through our membership. Click the link in the video or below the video to learn how our membership can help you achieve your goals. And while you're on the website, make sure you sign up for the no-cost 7-day strength camp so you can experience how we can help you do the things that you love to do with more confidence. See you all next week.